It sounds harmless, a toe biter, but this insect hunts fish, injects venom, and dissolves its prey from the inside. And somehow, I decided to keep two of them as pets. At first, the name makes people laugh. Toe biter. It sounds almost harmless, like something small and annoying. But in freshwater lakes and ponds, this insect is one of the most efficient predators you'll ever find. Giant water bugs, commonly called toe biters, spend their entire lives ambushing anything that moves within reach. Fish, frogs, insects, even small amphibians are all on the menu. And yes, when humans accidentally step on them, they defend themselves by injecting venom into soft tissue. The pain is intense, immediate, and unforgettable. That reputation alone was enough to make me curious. So I did what probably wasn't a great idea. I found a website that legally sells them and ordered two. When the package arrived, I was expecting something small, something manageable. Instead, I opened the container and realized immediately that these insects are massive. Thick armored bodies, powerful grasping legs, and wings folded tightly along their backs. Wings that mean escape is always a possibility. I moved them into a temporary tank so I could safely get a closer look. Even through glass, they looked aggressive. Their front legs end in strong, hooked claws designed to latch on to struggling prey. Beneath their head is a short, sharp mouthpart called a rostrum. This is where the real damage happens. Toe biters don't chew. They pierce. Using their rostrum, they inject digestive enzymes into their prey. Based on documented observations, these enzymes liquefy internal tissues. The insect then feeds by slowly drinking the contents, leaving behind an empty shell. It's efficient, brutal, and perfectly adapted for aquatic hunting. Keeping insects like this means giving them an environment that matches how they live in the wild. I started by darkening the back of the tank to create a shadowed, swamp-like feel. These insects rely on camouflage, not speed. Darkness helps them feel secure. I built a natural background using cork bark and spray foam, shaping it into root-like structures that resemble submerged mangrove branches. Along the top, I hid small plant pots so greenery could eventually grow down into the water, making the tank feel overgrown and abandoned. The floor was kept simple. Gravel, scattered leaf litter, driftwood, pine cones, and seed pods. I wanted the tank to feel murky and still, not clean or decorative. Toe biters thrive in stagnant water where tannins from decaying leaves stain everything brown. When water was added, the leaves released those tannins naturally, turning the tank the exact color I was hoping for. This kind of water isn't dirty. It's chemically normal for many freshwater species and actually healthier for insects like these. I added a few lava rocks, moss, and even a small cave pressed against the glass, places to hide matter. Toe biters don't chase prey, they wait. Then came the personal touches. Warning signs burned into wood, framed pictures showing their diet and behavior, even small boots at the bottom of the tank, because for some reason every lake in every fishing game is full of lost boots. Once everything was finished, it was time to move the insects in. This part required caution. Toe biters can fly. I transferred them using a net and cork bark, keeping the tank covered at all times. As soon as they entered the water, both insects sank and latched onto the nearest surface. Completely motionless. That stillness isn't accidental. Their bodies mimic dead leaves almost perfectly. They stay frozen until prey swims close enough to strike. To test their feeding behavior, I started with insects. Mealworms went first. At first, the toe biter lunged but missed. On the third attempt, it grabbed the worm with its forelegs and carefully positioned its rostrum. Once pierced, the feeding began. Slow, controlled, methodical. Next were roaches. These triggered a faster response. One toe biter latched on so aggressively it grabbed the feeding tweezers along with the prey and refused to let go. Once settled, it fed the same way, injecting enzymes and drinking the liquefied contents. But insects aren't their primary food in the wild. Toe biters are fish hunters. To provide proper nutrition, I introduced small feeder fish. When the fish entered the tank, it swam freely, unaware of the predators watching it from inches away. The toe biter waited. When it struck, it missed. Even skilled ambush predators don't succeed every time. Eventually, with a little help, the toe biter secured the fish. Once attached, it refused to release. Fish provide the nutrients these insects evolved to consume, and it was clear this was their preferred meal. Watching them feed isn't fast, it isn't dramatic, it's quiet and unsettling. An animal built entirely for efficiency, doing exactly what millions of years of evolution designed it to do. Keeping toe biters isn't about shock value. It's about understanding how extreme specialization works in nature. These insects don't need speed, numbers, or size. They rely on patience, venom, and precision. They're not monsters. They're survivors. And now they're pets. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.